competitive back in the early 80s with the Pacers, so I never got to the point where we were a team that was looking at the standings daily. And I avoided the papers pretty much throughout my career just because, to me, was a bit of a waste of energy and time. I had more things to focus on than where we were in the standings and what people might be saying and writing about us.
And stolen by Ayton. All by himself. Waba gets the bucket.
You gotta love his hustle, leaving the defense no time to react.
And you know you're gonna get those buckets, guys, when you're quick to get out on the break. Get that ball up the court as fast as you can.
Quick start for the Suns in this one. It's a 5-point game. And this game, the first chance they've had to see Orlando.
Yeah, faced off twice last season, and it was a split between the two teams.
Well, you know, both of these teams know and understand when they face off, it's a very winnable game for either one of them.
Harris kicks to Cook. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Back to Che. Harris outside. 6 to shoot. Back to Che. To halt the run. And Harris gets it to go on the assist by Che.
Yeah, you know, the three-point range Harris has added to his game makes him that much harder to defend. He always is somebody you've got to be aware of.
There's the pass to Diallo. And here's Walker outside. Rebound by the Magic. They defeated Indiana in their last game.
Mental toughness on the road. The arena was rocking, but they just got down to business and never let up.
Well, you know, it takes character, poise, toughness to win on the road, and that's exactly what they showed last game.
Now Che, following the miss by Kemba Walker from deep, drills it from outside.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
And stolen by Che. Once again, Che was named Player of the Week. Great set of games for him. So not exactly, Greg, a surprise.
And what he did for his team the last handful of games can't be measured on just the stat sheet. He was everything you want from a player, and the league rightfully acknowledged that.
Out to the right wing. There's Walker with the three. The Phoenix Suns come into this one after the win against Oklahoma City. Pass to Jordan. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And this spot has always been Jordan's biggest drawback. He's never been able to make his free throws at even a modest rate, and teams are never afraid to put him on the line.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. He gets a chance now to catch up with the fourth member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke with the Suns head coach for just a bit. He told me that Tobias Harris is a big focal point for their defensive scouting report, adding, he's become an elite scorer. We want to show him multiple defenders and force him to rely more on his passing. Kevin?
Thank you, David. Now, here's Walker. He had 13 points in the win against Oklahoma City. Buries it from three-point range. Walker's got 6.
You can see why Walker's participated in the three-point contest. I mean, he's an ideal participant. He's a volume deep ball shooter.
Gordon inside. Diallo's there. Che passes to Gordon. Back to Che. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Here's Spencer, and the Suns tack on 2 more.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Well, they better be thinking about him. I mean, we know how dangerous he is.
Jordan dishes to Che. Pass to Cook from past the arc. Good. And it's Che picking up the assist. Che's got 4 assists in the game. Waba passes to Walker. That shot off, and Orlando will come the other way. Shea, right side, pulls up on the wing, and again it's Orlando converting.
Oh, great ball movement there.
And it's Walker with the ball, bringing it up for Phoenix, trailing by 5. Hits the front of the rim and out. Orlando's gone 3 of 3 from deep. 9 points rung up from outside here in the first. And it's good for 2.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Yeah, shots falling, off to a very good start offensively as a result.
And stolen by Che. And here we go. Fast break with Che. And laid in to finish the break. Che's got 6.
Tell you what, he's 3 or 4 now. Looks like his game's on offensively.
Suns trail by 9. Here's Walker. He has 6. They need this. Yep, that one goes in there. He's got 8.
Boy, this little fella, Kemba Walker, is a treat to watch, especially when he takes it all the way to the cup. He's got explosive speed and finishes with ease on the drive.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Dishes to Ayton. And the foul called on Shea. That is his first foul of the game. Here's Walker. 8 points for him. Passed in Waba. And here is Ayton. And the pass to Walker. 5 to shoot. It's hauled in by the Magic.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
Che kicks to Harris. Back to Che. Off target there. That would have pushed the lead to double digits. Passes it to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
And it's the way Ayton uses his body inside. It's what allows him to get so close to the basket.
Che left side. Pass to Cook. Back to Che. Magic moving the ball around. Gordon the pass to Che. Got a hand on it.
Tremendous at anticipating when shots are going up. Ayton is outstanding at protecting the rim.
Che outside. And fouled as he went up to the dunk. Good aggressive move, and he'll shoot 2. Clark, a big jump in scoring, but I think a lot of that is because of the prolific role players we have in the NBA now.
Yeah, I agree with you, Kevin. When you think about starters putting up points and then you have guys that fortify benches and can get points in bunches, the first name that comes to
Here's Posey. 11-point game his last outing. There's Walker with the 3. Drills the... Three-pointer. Walker's got 11 points.
defensively, there was a lack of aggressiveness, and it really made it easy for him to knock that shot down.
And Phoenix looking who they've got on the floor. They've got Ayton. Ferguson out there with Kemba Walker. And it's Spencer in at the 2 spot. Outside, Walker. The pass to Spencer. To the inside, Posey. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play. Oh, what a dunk!
You know, it's clear that Gordon is one of the best dunkers in the game, always looking to bring the thunder.
Suns trail by 16. Pass to Walker. Just 5 to shoot, and it's Phoenix scoring again.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Stolen by Walker. And Phoenix pushing it up now. Here's Spencer. Another 3 for Phoenix.
The defense is far too slow to close out on those three-point attempts.
And those triples, they sure do add up quickly, don't they? I mean, they've got to make some kind of adjustment here.
And it's Gordon. That time on the assist by Che. Che's got his 8th assist in the game. And Walker's got the ball here for Phoenix. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's going to be on Che.
Well, one thing you've got to know about Kemba Walker is that this guy can go off at any time. A dynamic scorer that also possesses the killer instinct. And when he gets it going, watch out. It can snowball into a dominating performance.
Diallo, he's checked in for the Suns. Harris passes to Che. And he gets contact and the whistle on the shot. 2 shots coming up. And the foul called on the Phoenix Suns.
We've got one of the hardest working players in the league at the line here. Che works hard on all aspects of his game.
And for Walker, who stayed 3 years at UConn, Clark, he just keeps getting better on the offensive end.
Boy, Kemba Walker is one of the most dynamic little guys we've had in the league in its history. I mean, his ability to score from outside and inside, really hard to match and quite special. He's the type of player who always is surprising you on the upside.
Here's the floater, and that one is off. Gordon with the defensive effort.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Passes it to Ferguson. Outside, Walker. Pass to Ayton. Just 5 on the clock. Good on that shot, and with that, the Magic lead is cut down to 13 after the bucket is good from Ferguson.
High percentage play. He's excellent around the rim.
Gordon kicks to Harris. Here's Che, and there are the Magic with another bucket.
You know, with his in-between game working, Che can cause all kinds of problems. I mean, the mid-range jumper, a real important shot for him.
Now the pass to Diallo. Pass to Ferguson. And the 3 off target.
Just enough coverage to bother that three-point attempt.
Che dishes to Gordon. Here's Francis. And a quick look at how the Suns' schedule is shaping up. On Friday, they'll take on John Wall and the Washington Wizards. Then on Sunday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Charlotte Hornets.
And guys, one thing about road trips like this one, they'll be seeing this as a chance for the team to come together. It might be a bit of a silver lining for a trip that doesn't always provide a lot of success.
Walker the pass to Ayton. And that's collected by DeAndre Jordan. And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Che in the last game against the Pacers delivered quite a performance. He scored 22 points and seemed to pick apart the defense all night with a ton of assists. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. And you know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Yeah, it was a special night for him. The team really fed off his energy.
Yeah, the catalyst for that win, it was an effort that I'm sure he's hoping to replicate tonight.
Yeah, you know, all indications are that he feels good coming into this one. Feels confident that he can build on that prior success.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
Yeah, double-digit advantage on the scoreboard. They've taken the initiative. They've played, I think, with more purpose so far.
On the wing, Harris. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against the Pacers in Indianapolis. And there's the call on DeAndre Jordan. That's his first foul. Adams, he's checked in for the Magic. Suns trail by 21. Outside, Walker. Jordan against Ayton. Walker. And he uses the glass on the layup. Walker's got 9 points in the quarter.
Watch out now, Walker. Always a threat to go solo spurt ability on you. Once he sinks a few, you know he's dialed in.
To the paint. Boom, he jams it straight down.
And the floor awareness of Walker impressive there as he got the ball to the open man.
Orlando leading by 17. Shea drives in. Jordan dishes to Shea. Back to Jordan. Inside. Here's Shea, and it's blocked. Here's Ferguson. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Ferguson's got 7 points in the game.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter, and now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Good ball movement here by the Magic. Shea passes to Jordan. That's tipped. Here's Ferguson. He's got 7. Now here's Ayton. He kicks it to Walker. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Yeah, he's owning them on the offensive end, but, you know, he can't do it by himself.
And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here.
And when you watch DeAndre Ayton, you really are just floored by how he moves. The amount of speed and agility he has for a player is solid.
Here's Hickson. From deep. And no good on the last second attempt this time. And so it's the Orlando Magic going into the break with a 10-point lead. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of their points coming right at the rim. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by.
Yep.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. What a game we're seeing from Kemba Walker.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
Yeah, you know what? The defense is going to adjust. They'll be ready for him now, so I'm sure they talked a lot about how to slow him down.
Well, we've got a moment. Let's set the floor. Brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up for the second half. And so in the game for the Magic, Harris and Gordon, the athletic forward pair. Shea is out there with Cook, and it's Jordan in at the 5. And both free throws good for Shea. Mark, you and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in the three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about the three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. That's terrific.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
From the baseline. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Here's Nwaba, guarded by Harris. Passes to Diallo. 6 on the shot clock. Ayton, the pass to Diallo. Orlando grabs the miss. Gordon's got 7 rebounds in the game. To the middle. It's going to be out of bounds. The Magic will retain possession. And now, in the first half of December, more games under our belt. The power rankings starting to take shape. You take a look at the Warriors. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And right now for the Magic, they're happy with this latest stretch of games. This is the time of year for optimism. At this point, anything is possible.
And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Shea outside. Harris outside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Jordan.
I'll tell you what, Ayton is a very good defender. Moves his feet well and has the length to alter shots.
He gets that one. Nwaba's got 8 points. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the 3rd. Tries from 10, and it's off the back rim. No good.
Not pretty. You just got to shake off a miss like that.
Here's Walker. Goes back up. DeAndre Jordan grabs the miss. Jordan's got 4 rebounds in this game. Shea drives in. And yes, it's good.
And you know, that right there is a case of Shea knowing how to use his body to not only shield the defender, but to get the and one chance too.
Terrence Ferguson's checked in for the Suns. Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Ayton trying to break free. Count it, and the Orlando lead has been cut to just 11 on the basket from Ferguson. Cook kicks to Shea. Lets it go from the wing. The shot missing. Walker with some nice D. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the 3rd quarter. And it's Cook with the ball for the Orlando Magic. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. Following this one, they get to host the Mavericks. And that game is the second of 2 straight at home.
You give Gordon a chance to get out and run, give him room. I mean, this guy can cover ground in a hurry. You got to close out on him early, or he's going to make you pay for it.
That's a 2-pointer from Walker. Nails the wide-open jump shot. Walker's got 22. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over. And Phoenix making a change here. Posey's checked in. A moment now to check out who's leading in the All-Star voting.
And a lot of fans and players interested to see how this thing all turns out.
You take a look at Harris. He's there in the top 10 in the Eastern Conference voting. The fans have really gotten behind him.
And that's the way it should be. I mean, you could make a case that he should be a starter, but there's just so many great players in the East. Just being in the top 10 shows how much respect the fans have for him.
And keep tuning in for updated results. You can visit NBA.com for more.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
To the wing on the left. Back to Shea. Ferguson with the rebound.
Boy, just not scoring with the efficiency he'd like to. Tough quarter for him.
And a wide open look for Walker. That 3 off the mark.
He's really slowed down a bit here in the second half. He hasn't converted a 3 yet after the tremendous first half he had.
They get it back. Jordan, the pass to Gordon. No good. Not a friendly rim at all this trip down. Suns trail by 9. Now the feed to Posey. Good D by Jordan.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Count it. Francis has got 11 points.
A
attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yep, exactly. And if there's any opportunity for early offense, you've got to push it and push it every time.
Phoenix, no good that time either. Magic leading by 11. On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. And some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. A nice shot by Simons.
Gets the shot he wants. The defense wasn't quite connected enough. They lost contact.
Good ball movement here by the Magic. Kicks it to Harris. Shea, right side. And Gordon gets it to go in on the assist by Shea. 12 points for him.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that high.
Simons, the pass to Spencer. Down low, Diallo, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a three-point play chance here for him.
One of the reasons they're behind is because we haven't seen enough of that. He needs to become a bigger part of the offense.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for the Magic.
Well, their passing has been picturesque, a thing of beauty in both halves. More than a few of their baskets have come off assists.
Yeah, but I also like the balance because they're doing a great
for the Magic. Warwick's checked in, and it's Caldwell Pope in for Harris. Spencer, he's guarded by Caldwell Pope. Here's Spencer, gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5-for-8 clip.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
And you know that's how it goes with him. I mean, his hot streaks, guys, don't last minutes. They last days.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And let's take a look at Shea, some stats here. His last 10 games have been exceptional. First in assists, and he's first in the league in steals per game. Just an incredibly aggressive and tenacious defender.
And we're talking about the ultimate competitor here. Leading the league in assists, maximizing every possession. He just tears apart a defense. Good on that shot, and with that, the Magic lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Kerr. Here's Shea, and misses it off the right side of the rim. And Simons has got the ball here for the Phoenix Suns. From outside, off the mark. Shea, left side. And stolen by Diallo. Spencer, the pass to Posey. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed. Posey's got 9.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Dixon passes to Cage. Posey with the rebound. Posey's got rebound number 5 here tonight. The rebound by Caldwell Pope. Magic leading by 7. To the middle, here's Hugh. Banked in off the glass. Shea's got 10 points in just the second half.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
And stolen by Shea. Beyond the arc. That's good from Caldwell Pope on the assist by Shea. Caldwell Pope's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Caldwell Pope brings the double team. Simons the pass to Posey. It's not going to go for him. And Orlando the other way now. To the inside, Warwick. And another assist for him.
That makes
15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Phoenix calls timeout. Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize them.
Any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh, my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight.
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
.105 left to play here in the third. The putback, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Pass to Cage. And he makes no mistake on the slam dunk.
Shea knows to have his head up at all times, scanning the floor, because that way you can deliver to an open teammate on time, on target.
41 seconds left in the third. Simons, the pass to Kerr. Nailed from three-point land. Kerr's got 5 points now this quarter.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Here's Simons. Finished off the break.
Wow, that is just pretty right there. What a find for his teammate at the rim.
Shea outside. To the paint. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
On the inside now, Shea will battle you. He'll fight. He doesn't let contact rattle him.
This will be his 5th trip to the free throw line.
And how about the job he's done at the free throw line?
Been tremendous, Greg. I mean, both in terms of getting to the stripe and then knocking him down once he's there. We've seen some obvious improvement in his free throw shooting since last year.
Now Walker, the pass to Kerr. From the arc, the shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 3 assists tonight.
Another bomb for him right now. His three-point shooting might be the key to cutting that lead.
I don't think there's any question about it. I mean, as long as he keeps knocking them down, they might as well keep going back to the well. No reason to let it run dry. Keep firing that thing.
And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
It sure is. I mean, he's a maestro. Great vision, terrific IQ, everything you want in a point guard.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Kemba Walker is out there with Kerr. Then there's Ayton. And it's Posey in at the 4 spot.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Outside, Walker. Passed in Waba. Clock at 6. Over Caldwell Pope. No good off the front iron.
And they continue to control the glass.
Guys, I think they've simply been the more physical team, and that's why they're ahead.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
Here's Walker. That shot misses. The Magic go the other way with it. And they double up Che. That's good from Caldwell Pope on the assist by Che.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
You're exactly right. It's been all good at one end, and let's be diplomatic and just say not so good at the other end.
That's good, and the Orlando lead is cut to just 11 on the basket from Kemba Walker. Time called here. The Magic decide to talk it over.
Well, you have to give credit to Kemba Walker, who has always found ways to improve his game year after year. Has worked on that shot and tool set enough where he can now be a handful to defend for any guard.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Magic. Aaron Gordon comes in for Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Here's Gordon, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
And Gordon's eyebrows go up when he sees an opportunity to drop the hammer. This guy is a phenomenal athlete who throws it down with some major force.
And with Walker, as he has progressed as a player, you know, Greg, so has his leadership.
And Kemba has been a natural leader for so long during his time. When your leader puts in the work that Kemba does, it has to inspire the rest of that roster.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
I mean, he's just been brilliant today, guys, and it was the same exact story last time out.
I wasn't quite sure if he'd be able to maintain that same level of play. I had my doubts coming into this game, but consider my doubts disappeared.
And it's Gordon missing.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look, but when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Oh, that's straight TNT, baby. Explosive.
That was pretty, and he just has that effortless knack for getting inside.
Tell you what, you'd hate to be the guy having the responsibility of guarding him.
Take a break. Do something.
And he makes the first. That one is no good. Clark, we've had sponsors on the uniforms for a couple of seasons now. Do you think everyone's grown used to seeing them?
Yeah, I think it's a normal part of the landscape, and it will take a little more time. I've noticed them myself as I've watched games. We're certainly a far cry from looking like NASCAR drivers, which I think is a good thing. You want them to be done visibly, but not overdone.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
And they double up Jay. Passes it to Jordan. It's deflected. They recover it. And count it. The shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
I tell you what, it reminds me of one of my college coaches who used to say, that ain't going to get it done. That's 5 straight baskets in the paint now.
The Suns making a switch here. Diallo's checked in. Here's Walker over Sue, and the basket is good, and he's got a chance here for one more at the line.
And you know what? He's really been one of the few bright spots for them, trying to will this team to victory.
And that one falls for Walker.
You know, I think opponents have learned it the hard way. I mean, Walker is not a guy you want to put on the foul line. He's an excellent free throw shooter.
Gordon dishes to Harris. And Jay gets it to go on the assist from Tobias Harris. And that's now 29 points for Jay. Walker the pass to Ayton. Kicks it out to Kerr. He watches it go through the hoop for his 8th make. Now 8 for 14.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Inside, here's Hugh. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end.
The rebound by Cook.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on it. And just a terrific effort on the offensive glass. That's how they're going to cut into this lead.
And Greg, a dunk like that is sure to give them a spark.
Which is a spark they desperately need, Kevin. They've got to ramp up the intensity.
And now only one away from being in the penalty.
Yep, the next one puts them on the line, so they've got to be careful the rest of the way.
Yep, that one goes. And the Magic lead by 12.
Yeah, Jordan is aggressive as a rebounder. He uses his massive body, athleticism, and long arms to wreak havoc on the glass.
Walker's shot is off.
And maybe, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
Here's Nwaba, guarded by Harris. Pass to Ayton. And here's Walker. Shoots from 12. That's good on the jump shot. Walker's got 11 points in the quarter.
I tell you what, guys, there's not much more he can do. I mean, he's been on fire, yet they still trail in this game.
And Jay gets it to go.
He's certainly been their go-to guy when it matters most. He's trying to close this one out.
Suns trail by 14. To the left wing, Walker, the open look, and the Suns tack on two more.
And really the scoring this quarter has been just off the charts, doing all he can to bring them back.
The pass to Harris. Back to Cook. Orlando moving the ball around. Basket counts. And now that's 35 points for Jay.
Jay is doing it all tonight, and they can't do anything to slow him down.
And stolen by Jay. And the dunk by Jay.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean, the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
Ayton against Jordan. Shot clock at 6. Walker. A slam dunk by Diallo.
And, Walker makes a quick decision with the ball there. Good to see him making a solid pass like that.
Harris passes to Gordon. And they double up Jay. Here is Cook, guarded by Walker. Here's Hugh. Walker with some nice D. Suns trail by 14. Nwaba kicks to Walker. They double-team Walker. To the inside. And Ayton throws it down.
And one step ahead of the defense with that solid screen.
And then, Greg, the monster dunk to finish it off.
Boy, picture-perfect teamwork that time, guys. One guy sacrificing for the other. That's how you succeed in this league.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Kemba Walker picks one up.
And he's made more of an effort here to put pressure on the defense in the second half and create some contact and free throw opportunities.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Suns. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Washington, where they'll face the Wizards. That will be their second of this 5-game road trip. Nwaba gets the bucket.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Back to Che. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
There's an aggressiveness to Che's game that I think everybody can appreciate and respect. Prides himself on keeping pressure on the defense.
And he's letting a lot of points get away at the free throw line tonight. It's got to be frustrating to have all that hard work not pay off.
Walker the pass to Nwaba. Outside, Walker. 5 on the clock. Jacks up a 3. Knocks down the 3-ball. Walker's got 40 points.
And that's another 3. And if the defense is hoping that they don't heat up from out there like they did in the first half, they may be in for a real bad surprise.
The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
High drama here, guys. I mean, they've managed to get hot just when it looked like this thing was out of reach.
And what a huge injection of energy they got here in crunch time. Suddenly, they're an offensive juggernaut.
Here's Che. The Magic again can't hit.
And they get the rebound, but guys, that's been the issue throughout the game.
Yep, and the results on the scoreboard are attributed to how they've been out-rebounded thus far.
And you can sense them just starting to squeeze and shrink this lead a little bit.
Yeah, the game has a bit of a different texture than it did just a little bit ago, Greg. Suddenly, that lead is not looking as comfy and cozy as it once did.
And Ayton throws it down.
And guys, he's not an easy man to stop when he's got the rim in his sights.
Never has been, never will be. He is a determined finisher.
And guys, I like the fact that he chose the one-hand tomahawk slam because you get a little higher when you go off one hand and 1 foot.
Oh, such a field shot there, the floater.
Magic leading by 3. Che passes to Harris. His 3-pointers off the mark. Phoenix has gone into a funk from downtown in the 4th. Only 1 of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for 1 more at the line.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Well, you don't want to give him any open shots at this stage. Never mind a layup. Come on now. My goodness.
Here's Cook. No good. They had a chance to end the run there. A crucial possession with time ticking down.
Yeah, an opportunity to take the lead on this possession.
To take the lead. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
An absolute beast inside. Love how Ayton uses his size to draw these fouls. And really just a great rhythm at the line, whether it's a big lead in the first quarter or with the game hanging in the balance.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're behind by 2. There's a minute 34 left in the 4th quarter. Now the presentation of our Jordan player of the game, Kemba Walker.
And it's been a ridiculous performance in the best sense possible. I mean, everything about his game has been working. And no matter what they've thrown at him, he's had the answer. And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off. Yeah, how about the bucket to tie with the D just all over him? The free throw to give them the lead. Just a fantastic play all around.
Ayton against Jordan. 6 on the shot clock. Fades away. And right on target. Good. And that's 18 points for DeAndre Ayton.
He is showing signs of maturity in these moments. It's clear that Ayton takes pride in coming through for his team.
54 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Shea dishes to Harris. Back to Shea. Phoenix grabs the miss. A big-time possession here.
Yeah, and their hearts must be going 100 miles an hour right now.
Wide open. Good!
And you can't get a bigger bucket than that.
Well, that was 1-2. He wanted the ball. Nobody else was taking that shot.
Here's Cook. It's hauled in by Diallo.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. And an intentional foul right there. Good on the first, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. So he gets them both, and it's a 5-point game.
Wow, I tell you what, those free throws will give them some much-needed breathing room. 2-possession game now.
Now a timeout called by Orlando. They're down by 5. There's 18 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what's your take?
Trying to stay alive, they've got to work quickly.
Yeah, they're going to draw up a play here, I think, to get a shot right off of the inbounds pass and not waste too much time at all.
Jordan at the elbow. It drops. What a beautiful shot to bring him to within 3.
Jordan very efficient in the paint because of his length. Close to the bucket, he's hard to deal with.
And the foul called on Shea. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
And you know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Sure, it's not over. The clock is as much a problem for them as the score is right now, so they've got to try to manage it.
And guys, this is where their depth really comes into play. They've got such talent at that position. They'd love to have him out there, but they won't suffer much of a drop-off.
So it's the Suns taking the W. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long, everyone.
Ready to do this? I'm ready. What's up, bro? You wanna? No, I'll do it. I'll do it. Yeah. We can get you on tomorrow. You know.
And welcome back to the show. We're joined now by Che, one of the top young players in the league. Che, thanks for joining us, man.
Hey, thanks for having me, guys.
Yeah, I'm wondering, what are your thoughts on some of the chatter around the league that you could be looking at an all-star selection this year?
I don't shy away from pressure or big expectations. So it feels good that people, think me that way. I think of myself that way, too. If you're not trying to be one of the best players in this league, then I don't know what you're doing out there.
That's what I'm talking about, baby. My man Shea is a warrior.
Yeah. Do you think you've done enough to be an all-star?
I don't think I'm not an all-star. There's a lot of good players in this league, so who knows what's going to happen. But I do consider myself.
Well, great stuff as always, Che. Thanks so much for joining us.
Jay, how does it feel to be the top vote getter at your position for the All-Star game?
I work hard on my craft, so if I think it's opportunity more than anything.
Good stuff. Thanks for your time, Che.
You guys ready to hammer out this deal?
Yeah, let's do it.
All right. Here's what they're starting with. Fantastic. Looking forward to a long and healthy relationship.
Me too, man.
Thanks, Che.
You're welcome. See y'all later, all right?
All right.
Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next video. Deuces.